Hey guys, Jesse here, and today I'll be taking a look at the HG Dom test type from the Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin Mobile Suit Discovery line, which is sort of the Origins version of the old MSV line from the HG UC line of high grades. So it's sort of these mobile suits that are canon but never appear in the anime or manga. It's basically Bandai's excuse to sell more models with unique designs. But in any case, I've heard this is the best in the HG the Origins line of high grades. I in this review I can't say if it is or isn't because the only other Origins high grade I built is the gun tank, and that's quite a different design from your standard mobile suit. But I will say this is a fantastic high grade. It's probably one of the best high grades I've ever built. So let's just take a look at it. As you can see, it's a sort of mash between a Zaku and a Dom. It really is just looks like a kit bash of the best parts of a Zaku and the best parts of a Dom. You kind of have the Zaku snout, chest piece, and arms, and some waist piece that are sort of Zaku inspired, and the rest is sort of Dom inspired. So it just looks really good. The colors are also something I really like. I really like the sort of monotone behind it. We have brown, cream, white, and gray and black for the feet and knees and chest. It looks very like prototype esque, but for me personally, I really like that realistic color scheme. So the design overall is just appealing. Of course, if you don't like either the Dom or Zaku, I don't know if this will win you over, but it's definitely a just sort of well put together design. The proportions are really nice, and it just kind of comes together well. I will say that the head does look pretty dang goofy. I mean, the Zaku and the Dom head were already goofy to begin with, but when you put them together, I mean, what do you expect? You're just going to get more goof. In any case, the build of this thing was quite simple, went together pretty quick, and the only seam lines I really needed fixing were the ones on the shoulder pads. They're just two pieces together, and these forearms, which they've done this forever for Zaku builds. It's just these two that come together, and I wish they would stop. All they have to do is turn this wrist guard piece into one piece that slides on, and then these two can come together. That's fine. That way you only have to fix this seam line, don't have to worry about that, because fixing the seam line in this sort of panel line is annoying. Nicely enough, on the back they give you this piece and this black piece to cover up those seams. So kind of wish they would stop with that, but aside from that, those are the only two seams you have to fix. In terms of painting that I did, I painted the mono eye in there with a metallic Gundam marker, and then this chest piece comes clear. They give you red stickers for that, but I went ahead and took some clear red Tamiya spray to it, which is really easy. So if you want to make that look good, I suggest picking up a can of that, and it's useful for other builds as well. So and also the marking stickers you see all over this thing are stickers. They do come with the kit. They look really nice. I especially like the pinstriping all over it. Really gives it, again, that sort of prototype feel. The only problem I have is they're kind of out of scale. Like this one in particular is huge. It looks really nice, but if you think about the scale, it seems a little ridiculously oversized. Same thing with these chest ones. Again, they look nice, so I don't mind them at all. But if you're a stickler for sort of realism, it might bother you. Or you can just pick up your own seals and put them on there. Another thing about construction is the chest here. This is the ground type. I believe it's the ground type. I can't really remember. But you get a choice. You choose either the ground type that has this clear piece, or they give you these two pieces here. This is a brown and like black piece that are for the space type, and this is more like standard Zaku-esque chest and sort of tank. But I went ahead and went with that because I like that clear piece better. And also another thing is, this is something I hear people complain about with these hoses. They come sort of flat in a sense, like this part back here is flattened out, and you have to bend it at these little kinks to make it go in the shape you want it to be. Let's see if I can find one here in the top of the head. If you can see that kink up there, that's where it gets bent, and as you can see, it's not fully filled in because it needs to bend. I mean, it looks pretty bad because this is all continuous and then it has this break. Doesn't look realistic. If you want to fix that, you're gonna have to put some putty in there or something. It's not the worst thing in the world because it's in the back, so I don't know many people who pose their kits with the back facing towards where how you're looking at it. But in any case, that can be a point of contingency right there. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I think I would have preferred a fully like molded piece that didn't have any kinks in it. So now let's talk a little bit about the articulation on this guy. As you guys know, I don't really like to spend too much time on articulation, but this guy has some of the best I've seen on any high grade. So the head is a little limited. It's on a double ball joint, so it can look around and stuff okay, but the problem I have is it doesn't really have a lot of up, and it doesn't have too much down unless you bring it forward. But I kind of wanted, I like when mobile suits can bring their head back and look into their chest, but he can't really do that because of the snout and pipes and stuff, so it's to be expected. Aside from that, though, I mean, it's pretty good. The arms have really good range of motion, can come all the way forward. The chest kind of has some give. And then the arms are my favorite part. They're just really nice to pose because they really just pose wherever you want them to go. Full 180, double elbow joint there. Can go really far up. They just go wherever you need them to. It's really great. The waist is okay, but it's sort of hindered by these pipes and stuff. The waist armor kind of looks like it'd be bulky, but it has a lot of moving parts. So you kind of have those two parts that move out. But the back skirt is completely static. Even so, you get really good far back and forward. Double knee joint there. So it's really good. And then for the feet, you think they would be really hindered by this armor and their size and stuff, but they have a double ball joint in there, which allows them to go pretty much anywhere you need them to. So yeah, really impressive articulation for both a high grade and a bulky kit like this. It really poses any way you want it to. So yeah, I really like that about it. So let's talk about the accessories. So the first thing you get is the heat rod. It comes in an orange that's actually different from the orange of the face piece here, which I found pretty interesting because it's just ever so slightly more red, but it is a different color from that orange. So I find it weird I find it nice that Bandai didn't just add this heat rod onto this orange runner and made a completely separate runner just for this piece. So now obviously here I've painted it. I did a silver with a clear red over it to make it sort of glow more. But it is nice that you do get a different color for the heat rod. And it stores in the backpack through this slot. There's no locking or anything like that. It's just a hole that's slightly larger than the heat rod, so it just rests in there. Works out just fine. And then it fits into the hand just fine. You don't even have to take the hand apart, just slide it in and sort of force the hand together. So really good. Really like this. I like this weapon. It's not my favorite on the planet. I mean, it's just a stick, but it is well done. So next thing you get is the Hyper Bazooka. And I really like this weapon. It comes all gray. It comes kind of like that frame gray that you can see in the elbow joint there. But I painted it a metallic, a gunmetal, and then did some detail painting on this thing. And that's because this thing it has so much detail in it for a high grade weapon. a lot of pipes and cords and stuff like that, and little modules and stuff. I really like it. It comes with a clear piece there that I've painted with clear red because it's supposed to be red. One kind of disappointing thing is this scope is also supposed to have some sort of like purplish red lens in there, but it's just completely empty. But I mean, that's not too bad. This is two pieces clamped over this handle piece, this like barrel piece, and then it has this piece go in, and then these are two pieces clamped over this piece, and then it goes into here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess 9 if you count the little clear piece into this one weapon, which is really good for a high grade weapon. Usually it's just two pieces and then you're done. So, but yeah, you have a scene to clean up over this whole thing, but it's not too bad. It's mostly over flat surfaces. In any case, yeah, this is just a very cool looking weapon. It looks really nice. And they give you a trigger finger hand. Obviously, I have it on there already, but he holds it with no problem at all. No weight issues. It's very light, so it just looks great, and it's a fun weapon. And also, this piece, this hand is, the ball is a little angled, so it allows him to hold it out a bit more. So it allows you to get into more places. This also swivels, so really nice weapon. Really like that a lot. And then finally, you get a really nice left open hand, which is just, I really like the shaping of this. Looks great. You can use it for just styling or for holding the bazooka. What kind of sucks is they only give you a left one of this and no right arm, and they only give you a right hand, a right trigger finger hand. So I kind of wish they gave you a left trigger finger hand and a left open hand, but it's not that big of a problem. So overall, this is possibly one of the best high grades I've ever built. It looks great. The sticker decals are something that I feel like a lot of high grades should come with, because that's one of the things that makes master grades so nicely presentable, are the decals. And the articulation of this guy is just great. Really good accessories, and pretty cheap if I recall. Not the most expensive high grade out there. But in any case, yeah, if you like this design, if you just want a nice high grade to build, then this is definitely one to pick up. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.